Welcome to Matriarch Monday on the Orisha Stone channel. Today we delve into the sacred journey of womb evolution. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this transmission.
We are the womb, connected as one. It's a cycle, blood turning gears in the system. Before the disease and it's still you to fix. I've been watching, third eye stay in position. Ancestors whisper got gold in my vision. If once you sleep, till the dream feel real. Set that hope in the box with a sign of feel. But the land ain't safe and the gold ain't real. The throne of the queen, now that they all place still. Ooh, they true too loud, they tryna turn it down. Moving the light when we came from underground. They scared of the past, cause the future profound. What's lost been found, now the councils all around. When the councils speak, listen when the echoes meet. Every verse, every beat, it's a key, it's the seed. What's found, get free, what's blind, don't see. What's hushed, don't scream, what's locked, got the key. They build pyramids, it's a copy of God. Tell the blueprint that he had to report. Target ain't I, but the swords been sworn. Ain't no tag, take the touch, that's the master we are. And we know I don't rap, I just stand on the weave. Have my own yo. Turn vibrations to waves that be shifted degrees on road, yo, yeah. And when you walk from, I'm where you with. And when you walk from, I'm where you turn it down, moving the light, cause we came from underground. They're scared of the past, but the future first found. What's lost been found, now the council's around. Who the council speak? This is what they tell me. Every verse, every beat, it's a key, it's a seed. What's found, get free. What's blind, don't see. What's hushed, don't scream. What's locked, got the key.
Live here at 113 of Orisha Stone. Peace and blessings. Welcome to another Matriarch Monday with the goddess herself, High Priestess. Goddess Mayat, how you doing?
I am doing well. I am doing well. Very, very excited to be here. And it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me again. You know, we have a lot of fun on this one.
Yes, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Listen, I'm telling you, with social media and all this crazy stuff they put out on the TV to make our people look crazy and to make our women and men seem like we always fighting against each other, I always love your channel and your whole community because y'all proved otherwise. So I most definitely want to support. Speaking of which, we haven't forgot we owe somebody in the crowd a go back tonight. So you got to pick who it is. We owe somebody a go back because we heard that Melanated Immortals hit that 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yes, we did.
So, yes, ma'am. So tonight I know it's a real pleasure for me because we listen to the channel all the time. Everybody's asking, yo, who are these beautiful people? We always hearing their voices and everything. Who are Melanated Immortal? And I'm like, yo, I'm always hearing these beautiful voices and these beautiful minds and everything else. I want to see them. Yo, bring them on. And tonight we got a lot of special people coming on to represent your whole family. Like over here at Orisha Stone, we do a lot of stuff by ourselves. It's just me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? We got to do a lot of different things by ourselves. But I love that you have a structure and a team. So with no further ado, what do you have planned for tonight, guys?
Yes. So I'm very excited to be here. And I have to say that hitting that 1,000 mark, Orisha Stone had something to do with that, right? And then we also have to thank Mama OJ Yemi. She was the one who got us together and got us out here and said, hey, MIMEC need to get out there. You need to get on these channels. And then boom, just like that, we got in the algorithm. So we definitely appreciate Mama OJ Yemi for the connection. And then for you, brother Orisha Stone, man, listen, it's like we just we just took up where we left off. You know what I'm saying? I just met you, but it seemed like I've known you for a while. So definitely appreciate that. So yeah, what we have this evening, man, I'm excited. I get to show off a little bit, right? I get to show off the priesthood of Melanated Immortals. And we're going to do something a little different this evening, right? So instead of having everybody come up and talk about themselves and say, hey, look at me, I'm the high priestess and blah, 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 right? I make fun of myself. Okay, so I'm not making fun of anybody. I'll be making fun of myself. All right. So we're going to have them come and they are going to introduce each other. Right. And they're going to, talk about what the various factions. So let me just tell you this, right? So we are MIMEC, Melanated Immortals, making evolutionary changes. Our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin dominant population and establishing an everlasting legacy of divine frequency beings with immortal health and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. And so one of the ways in which we do that, we have 3 prongs to that. We're really 4, right? Womb evolution is one. Okay, and that's what we've been talking about here on Matriarch Mondays for a minute. Also, MIMEC, Melanated Immortals, making evolutionary changes. That's when you hear us talk about the cosmology that we use, the kin numbers and things like that, right? And we're going to tell you about all the priesthood and their kin numbers, right? We also have the melanin frequency, and the melanin frequency is it's a vibration that we have been putting out since the fall equinox of 2019, right? This is a frequency for the betterment of melanin dominant people worldwide. We literally established a priesthood that focuses on that energy, right? And every fall equinox, we come together and we do it again. You know what I'm saying? And we do a lot of different rituals and things like that. But we have a whole priesthood dedicated to the betterment of melanin dominant people worldwide. We are not a religion. So this priesthood is not religious. There is no religion here, right? We came together as a priesthood because of the mission, right? And so however you do that mission, whatever you say, right? Now, we do say we are melanated immortals, so we are our own religion, right? So, we are, but we don't have something just because, my initiation was Kemetic. They don't, that is not necessarily what we practice. We pull everything together that is valid for shifting this consciousness, right? So our priesthood has 13 factions, right? And we have how many of us? It's 9 of us in total, right? So we have and then we have 2 that have already gone through initiation, but we also have I'm going to use this term, but I'm going to tell you who she is. We have the equivalent of what you would call a queen mother, but we don't like using that term queen. So we have a sacred mother. Okay. And we gave her the title of Mut, and Mut, means mother. Tayo Satiji. She is kin 25. She is the red crystal serpent. And so she has the ashe of the serpent. So that's why we did Tayo. That's the divine sacred. And Mut, mother, right? With the, I'm going to call it the ashe of the serpent, because she is life force. And if you know her, a lot of people know her. A lot of people, if you are in and around the Atlanta area, Mama Tahita single-handedly probably have brought half a MIMEC in. You know what I'm saying? And she's been doing it consistently years and years and years. And it's so funny, when we first started the priesthood, right? It was just me. I was the priesthood, right? And but Mama Tahita always walked with me, right? She never said, I want to be a part of the priesthood, but she was doing it anyway, right? And she's always been there as the support. Has been, she was already, well before, she's known about the cosmology long before I knew anything about it. She was taught directly, I believe, by Baba Wanique, Kimi Tahuti Shabazz, and, had gone to Mexico and everything, and did everything with them. And then we met up here again in MIMEC, right? And so one of the first people I want to bring up is Mama Tahita. Now, I just gave you an introduction on Mama Tahita, right? So I want to bring her up. And then I'm going to bring up, of course, we got Priestess Mut Ma'at Nefer Habibullah Fapo, right? She was our first priestess to be initiated, the very first one. And so it was my first initiation, right? This was the first time I initiated someone, even though I'd been a priestess for, I don't know how many years, whatever. But I waited. It was like we were waiting for each other. And so she's a sister to me, we're sisters. And we argue like sisters too, but we're not going to do that on this show. So, but
the first thing I heard, I know the first thing my trigger word was serpent. When you said serpent, I had to peel the big mama out.
What
we might need to talk to her. I like talking to serpent priest. How you doing, guys?
Listen, that's Mama Tahita. Mama Tahita is the serpent.
Priestess
Mut is the mirror. She's the white mirror. We call her the big boss, right? Okay. I be trying to say what I'm going to say, but the big boss comes in, and then, she just puts everything in order. As you know, the white mirror is, the mirror itself is divine order. It's the reflection of the cosmos. And so these two, they definitely represent their archetypes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have Mama Tahita. We're going to bring her up first, and she's going to tell us a little bit about Priestess Mut. And then we're going to have Priestess Mut tell us a little bit about our Mut Tayo Satiji. All right. So I yield the mic.
Peace, Goddess. Peace, Goddess. How you doing?
Am I doing
good? You have a little echo.
In Lakesh, am I being heard?
Yes.
Yes, you're great now.
Thank
Yes,
you so much, Orisha Stone, for opening up your show for us to showcase the MIMEC Priesthood. I am Kin 25, your red crystal serpent, your Mut Tayo Satiji, aka Tahita Tupac L. And I want to talk about our priestess Mut, because my aunt already talked enough about me. So give thanks. Mut, like she said, Mut Habibullah is the first initiate. So my aunt herself was initiated, and have someone like Priestess Habibullah on your team, you know you got a winning team, right? She comes with corporate skills. She comes with liturgical skills, like she worked in churches. She know how to work the book. She knows how to do accounting. She's a loving soul. She's a quick learner. As you can see, she is the AI master of the face of MIMEC. It just looks beautiful. The colors, the images. She's an expert at prompt. She has that star in her destiny cross, which connotes that she is an artist and a singer. She's multi-talented. She is a grandmother. She handles stress well. She has some bodily discomforts that she doesn't complain about, that she doesn't let hinder her from the work that she needs to get done. She does it. She's ride or die, for lack of a better word. She is there. She is really there. I mean, she's emotional. She's to the point. She doesn't hide behind facades or fake titles. She's just an amazing person to know. And I feel very comfortable with her, you know, in her energy. So she knows that she can get anything from me: tutelage, finances, sisterhood, whatever. And that's who we have at the helm, who is like a right hand, left hand to our high priestess, Mu. You know, high priestess Ma'at. She came in ready and willing to do the work. And that's our Kin 178, our white solar mirror. She's dedicated because she's born during the crystal wave spell. Crystals dedicate themselves to things that will uplift fallen humanity. And that's what she does. Ashe.
Ashe. That was beautiful. Look, I loved everything about your structure with the Melanated Immortals. I don't even know who I'm talking to sometimes, but like you said, whoever does it, if this is the guy that does visuals, all praise. Look, you be making the artwork and the visuals look so amazing, and we don't understand how important symbolism is. So we must thank you. I most definitely want to thank you for that, Goddess. And then and Goddess, what is it again that you do for the tribe?
Mama Tahita. Mama Tahita. He was asking what you do for the tribe. She's our sacred.
I am a support person, a goddess, a priestess in my own right.
Mama Tahita.
Yes. Can you hear me?
He's asking what you do for the tribe.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, am I being heard?
Cool.
We have a little delay, that's all.
Yes, I am a goddess, a Candace, all the titles that a woman could have. I'm a support person. I'm an elder. I'm a prayer warrior. I pull libations. So wherever I'm needed for counsel, for tutelage, I go back old school. So I'm here to kind of guide, kind of oversee, you know, just be here as a counselor, you know, because I'm dedicated to the work to support all the priests and priestesses, you know, in MIMEC.
I say appreciation for that, Goddess, because like I said, I don't think y'all understand how much y'all are helping people for real. When Goddess High Priestess says that she wants to change the frequency of melanated people around the world, she's doing it. Y'all are doing it. So I appreciate it. Like a lot of us were just lost boys, you know what I'm saying, figuring out as we go. And then y'all have a home base where we can like really lock in and get positive energy and get away from a lot of the infiltrators. Goddess, you were saying something?
I wanted to say something real quick. Mama Tahita, can you show off that ankh for a second? Can you show off the ankh? Oh, she got a little delay. Okay. There she go.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's from Brother Amun. Brother Amun, who is going to be the co-host with y'all on Sunday. Yes.
I say he has amazing work. That's beautiful, beautiful work.
Temple of Soul. Yes.
What's happening with him Sunday with Melanated Immortals? And like I say, y'all always have some positive, powerful information. High Priestess, where are we going next? Are we going to Goddess Mu?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. With no further ado, how you doing, Goddess? What next? Are we going to Goddess Meet Move?
yes.
Yes, ma'am. With no further ado, how you doing, Goddess?
I'm doing wonderful. What about you?
I'm well. I'm well. Tell us about your. Well, no. You have another. You have another.
I'm doing great.
Background. I'm well. I'm well. Tell us about your. Well, no. You have another. You have another.
I'm doing great. Yeah, I do have another device open only because I'm not able to hear. I know
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
hear me, but I can't hear you when I don't have it on, my computer and
No worries.
everything, but
We're going through
it's
it.
all good. Um, and then I do get the delay because I was hearing it in the same for Mama Moot Tayo Satiji. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you very much for having us here tonight.
And tell us. I know, guys. May I already told you like, what you were doing. What do you have for us tonight, guys? Are you going to tell us about Goddess? Got Miss L? Are you going to tell us about Goddess?
Oh yes, I'm gonna tell you about. I call her Mama T, right? But she is Tahita Tupac L, okay? And this is like she said, she's a goddess. She's a goddess of the earth. I literally divined on her on many occasions, but when I tell you to be in her presence is like you're with Mama Gaia. Mama Gaia, the mother of the earth, some people call, because what I know her to be is a woman who thrives and who dives into everything of nature, everything of life, everything that is living. And yes, she's Kin 25, the crystal, the red crystal serpent. And serpents, they go around, slithering on the earth and up the mountainsides and everything. And every time I am with Mama T, okay, Muta Yo Satiji. She has that presence of being everywhere at once. And because I know her to be a nature minded individual, she, well, whole, not individual, whole. She definitely, has resonated, okay, and crystallized upon my wholeness to see the value of walking barefoot in nature, of growing your own, produces, of being diligent and walking Stone Mountain like she does. We live in the same city, right? But I tell you, she is life force in and of itself. She takes every single step, every single move. Oh my gosh. And when she dances, she does that tone dance, she does her serpent dance, and she lives life, y'all. She literally lives life. I watch her on Instagram or videos on she's out there just doing her dance and this, that, and the other. And I tell you, I'm like, one day I'm gonna be out there with you, Mama T. I'm gonna be there with you, Mama T. But she is a joy. I love to see her interact with her children, her grandchildren, when they come to all the events, especially at our day at a time, that we have on July the 25th. She comes and brings that big ginormous hula hoop. Oh, and y'all, here it is. She's the host every single Monday evening on WRFG radio station. Now, I'm telling y'all about how she moves, through the through the gardens and nature, but the way she moves through her expressions on the radio is like divine. So y'all gotta, she's just the bomb. She's just the bomb all.com. Ashe.
I say. I love it. I love it. You know what, Goddess High Priestess? I love the way you did this because I like when we bring people out from your community that can vouch for you, who you are, and what spirit you are. You got a lot of self-appointed people. Everybody want to talk about themselves and what certificates they got. But if nobody else in the community knows of you and your works, what are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Goddess High Priest. What you were saying?
I wanted Priestess Moot to just, show off her bling, for a minute, like, just a little something, show off the little bling. Mm-hmm. That's an Orisha stone.
Your tribe is tapped into the crystals. I'm looking at the goddess. I can't pronounce her name yet, but I am going to learn it. But I love her jewelry game. You can tell a lot about their person, about the crystals they wear. A lot of people can't even vibrate at a certain frequency to wear those certain type stones. I love everything about y'all because y'all talk about that serpent energy on a whole nother level. We gotta tap into those conversations one day. Because I could talk about it on my level, but y'all talk about it on a very spiritual and powerful level, a very spiritual and powerful esoteric level. I granted this goddess the Lapis Lazuli because she's always, I wanted her to get, a speaker, and the course represents that clear intention, just like the mirror represents that clear intention. So yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Goddess High Priest.
Yes. So there's one more. She's not here with us this evening because she is overseas. She's actually in Romania, right? So one of the things when we first started the priesthood, I consulted with Nebtaharka Kanishkawak, and as you know, we roll real tight. We kind of came up together. It's a long story, but I consulted with him, and he said, "Hey, get your leadership first." Right. And so we have Priestess Moot. She was the first one to be initiated in my first initiation. And then we have Priestess Kali Anut Heteru Podakini, right? And she was the second to be initiated, and she is the white spectral world bridger. And so she is one of our primes, and she is she covers three or four of our factions, and we love her because she is we call her she's the goddess of the one-liners, right? So when me and Priestess Moot are going back and forth, like, nah, I said it that way, and like we be doing that. And so Priestess Kali would just sit there, and then she'll just turn her mic on and say, it's like this, and then it's just be one line, and then we'd be like, oh, okay. So she got that world bridger. World bridger is death, right? And so she just knows how to just cut it, but it's just excellent. She is she's not, professionally a fitness coach, but she is a fitness coach. It doesn't matter where we are. If we on the mountain, if we can be in the prairie, we can be on the beach. Every dawning, she's getting up, she's doing her routine, she's teaching us qigong, she's doing all kinds of energy and stuff like that. She's the one who divined on our fasting. As a priesthood, we fast together. And so we had Priestess Kali divine on it. And one of her specialties, one of the first faction that I assigned to her was frequency and interdimensional. That's our fact. That's one of our factions. It's called frequency and interdimensional, right? Because she is kind of a watcher. The first time we did ritual together, right? Because you need somebody, right? If you're going to go in trance, right? You need somebody that can watch. You need somebody that can be in and out, right? So this is a funny story, right? When the first time we did ritual, it was me and Priestess Moot, Priestess Kali, and some others. So I'm talking to Priestess Moot, and I said, hey, listen, I'm going to go in. So I need y'all to watch. I turned around. This one was right there with me, right? So we were like, so Priestess Kali is like, you know what? Y'all ain't no good when it comes to ritual, but Priestess Kali is a watcher. So she can be in and out. So we put her over the faction that deals with frequencies and conjuring, ancestral and conjuring. We're going to hear a little bit about some of the people that are in those factions when we come up. But I wanted to make sure I mentioned her. Is there anything I left out about Priestess Kali from either Mama Tahita or Priestess Moot before we bring the others up?
No, you were right on. You were right on.
Ashe.
I say, well, goddesses, we're gonna rotate because we have the whole No Limit Squad tonight. So we're gonna rotate just for a minute, and we're gonna have you all come back because we're getting introduced to the tribe is getting introduced to y'all right now. They're getting to put the aces with the faces. So we want to bring y'all back and go deeper because, like I said, there's a lot of conversations I want to have, especially with the Red Crystal clan. So with that, guys, who are we bringing up next?
All right. So next up, we have we're gonna bring up Ken 122. That's Goddess Star, and then we're gonna bring up a sister Nikita, Goddess Nikita, and she's Ken 43. And we're gonna have them come up and tell us a little bit about each other. Now, Ken 122 is a wind like me, but she's the overtone wind, right? And so I remember when we first was introduced, because she really now look at her overtone. She's just so quiet. It's just so quiet. It's so sweet, right? And so so that overtone energy, I was like, come on, oh man, we the wind, we gonna be, we gonna be rah, or whatever. And she's just like, oh, and I'm like, where is that? But let me tell you where the overtone comes in, right? She's one of those, she's real quiet. I call her you know how they they call it what's the joke? They say sexual chocolate, right? So I call her I call her spiritual chocolate, right? She's spiritual. She real spiritual, right? The wind is the spirit, right? And so she's the one, she just quietly goes into them ethers, or she stays in them, really. If you go to any event with her and you watch her, she's just, looking like that, but she is tapped into everything. And then she'll just come out and just say, oh yeah, this is that and that is that. And I was like, wait a minute. It's like she was reading, she be reading my notebook. I'm like, I didn't tell nobody that, but Star knows, right? So we love Star. Star also, we had every year we have an initiative for the priesthood. Each of the factions have an initiative. And so last year we had an initiative to come up with a sigil for all 52 of the melanin frequency waves. And so we all came together and we was just talking and saying, oh, I think it's this and that and whatever. And then she was able to draw it for us. And so at the end, if you come to the melanin frequency vigil, we have every Sunday at 6 p.m. At the end, you'll see that sigil and you'll say, what is that? If you look in it, you're going to get mesmerized, right? So don't look too closely in Star's eyes, right? Because she going to, what I'm saying, y'all going to be in another world and you supposed to be here. And so, look at you. Yeah, don't let that face fool you. Don't be doing that. Look, so yes, so that's Star. And then we have Ken 43. Now, I got a good story about Ken 43. Now they're gonna tell you about each other, but I'm telling you my personal stories about them. So Ken 43 over there looking all pretty and with her big old, don't look in her eyes either. Both of them, you can't do it. Don't look in their eyes. I'm telling you, it's y'all gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, I wanted to watch the show, I don't know what happened, right? So I call Nikita. My introduction to Nikita was at one of our the Convergence. We had a real big event in Atlanta around the melanin frequency, and I asked for volunteers, right? And so Nikita volunteered, and she said, and I said, well, listen, because I was doing reading for everybody, and I said, well, Nikita, don't let me go over 30 minutes, And so I was doing a reading, and she came over. And she said, High Priestess, your time is up. And and I'm used to just looking at them and be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And she stood there and she was like, you're gonna have to get up. I said, oh shit. All right. So she's the baby boss. You saw Priestess Mook, this the baby boss right here. I also call her the baby guru because she be, I'll say something and I'll be thinking it's over everybody's head or whatever. And Nikita would be like, is it like this? And then she just make it real simple because she's the knight, right? The blue, anything blue transforms. So she's not afraid of all my windy ways, right? You know how they be talking about the winds. You know how they be talking about us, Star. Talking about we all over the place. We not all over the place. We everywhere, right? But for the Blue Knight, it doesn't matter. She just takes it all in and says, all right, High Priestess, we just going to do this part right here. Right. And I'll be like, I don't know if I like you bossing me around like that other one. I can't have two of y'all, but I'm used to it now. So yes, they're going to tell you more about each other. Look at you. You got your shades on. You don't want to get mesmerized.
Take heed to the warning. Proper preparation for performance. You're not going to get me in trouble tonight. No, sir. No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn it over to Star. Sorry, tell us a little bit more about Nikita.
Okay. So, well, first of all, y'all got a real treat because it's hard getting me and Nikita up on camera and on mic. So that's for one. But yeah, so Nikita, I'd love to speak about her. I could speak about her all day. That's my girl right there. So Nikita, Kin 43, she is the blue self-existing knight. And yeah, so the first time we actually met was the first time I was at the Convergence. That was my first time actually meeting a lot of people from MIMEC. And Moon Goddess Ambrosia introduced us. She said, oh, Nikita, this is Star. Star, this is Nikita. We embraced, we gave each other a hug, and it was on from there. Like, we literally was like talking to each other. We was working together because the second time we connected, High Priestess called me and said, listen, I got the WISE conference coming up. I'm gonna just give you Nikita's number so she can call you and she can tell you about it. I was like, okay, I don't even know if I knew what the WISE conference was yet, but she basically, got on the phone and Nikita was like, yeah, so this is what we got to do. I need you to do this and do that. I was like, okay, wait, what's going on? I just listened to it because she knew what she was talking about. And we literally put the WISE conference together. And actually, I want to say she's the mastermind of it because she did the WISE conference. Man, it was so effortless. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So, but that was just amazing. And ever since then, like I said, we've been working together and just connecting and everything. And it's just nice because I am the wind and I need that night to be like, girl, relax. I know you're trying to do too much. I see your ideas and this is what we got to do. I'm gonna need you to do it. So I'm like, all right. So she executes, she puts the plans together, so she always asks the right questions too, because sometimes I'm like, all right, we gotta do this, that, and there. She's like, no, because did you do this yet? I'm like, no, not yet. All right. So, but we resonate a lot because just being on this journey together, being able to be raising our children together in the same environment is just amazing to be just have someone like her to be able to talk to and speak to. We are in the same faction, so we're always connected in that way as well. She's amazing in research. You want to know some history, this is who you got to talk to right here. So yeah, we're in research together, and also the frequency and interdimensional as well, as you guys heard. But yeah, like I said, it's just dope to have someone like her because even I was so happy when she had hit me up right before she had joined the priesthood. She hit me up and was just like, asking me some questions. We had a dope conversation. I think that by the end, she just said, I'm gonna think about it. And that was it. And then the next time I think we had a meeting and I seen her name pop up and I just started smiling. I was like, That's right. I was like, we need you. I'm glad you're here. So, but like I said, I could be all night. And you guys, I'd say it's a treat because you guys don't get me to speak this much or get on camera. So I'm gonna yield the mic.
It's definitely our pleasure. Y'all blessing to me tonight. I'm always asking Goddess Mayat, yo, who is this? I hear this beautiful voice. I hear this beautiful mind. I hear the things they say. And she's always talking about each one of y'all. She was like, yeah, but we're unified. I love that y'all unity and everything else. So again, and then everybody talking about how cosmic it is. They don't realize that each one of these priestesses that got on here have a wealth of knowledge, have a wealth of power and different things that they bring to the tribe and community. So yeah, y'all are amazing. I love the oneness. And I want to just help whatever way I can help to make sure, because we can sit on social media and talk about how our women ain't doing this and our women ain't doing that, but in real time the women are doing it. You know what I'm saying? So now we realize a lot of these things are psyops and agents trying to bring our people down because they see the growth. So Goddess Nikita, how you doing tonight, Goddess?
Peace. Yes, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. Tell us about yourself and also the sisterhood.
Peace. Yes, I'm Nikita. Okay, I'm 43. But honestly, y'all have heard a lot about me, and I thank you, Star. This is the Star from up north. Yes, I got a chance to meet Star at the Convergence, like she spoke about 3 years ago or so. But like she said, we hit it off from at that point from then and on, and going forward, like HP said, she came to me about the WISE conference and everything, and I'm like, oh shoot, okay, we could do this. And she says, oh, I have this sister Star, and you can talk to Star. And I'm like, I remember Star. So me and Star got together, and she says, like, she gives me a lot of credit, but honestly, like, I couldn't have done anything when it came to the MIMEC, and when it came to the WISE conference and the Young Melanated Immortal session, like especially that first one, like I couldn't have done anything without her. She's the one that makes those socials that I make it look like kindergartners made it when it comes to the graphics and everything. When it comes to our social media, I was not doing it justice at all. And I had a vision, or I had a way I thought it should look. And I say, hey, Star, this is what I think it should look like. And she said, oh, say less. And she went ahead and whipped it on up and sent it on through. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. But Star is just been an amazing person to get to know and learn and work with. She is one of those people that you can bounce off your ideas off, and she's like, nah, or yeah. She's also great with the one-liners because she's not gonna give you too much of it. She's just gonna be like, nah, that's not gonna work, or yeah, that's gonna work right there. Excuse me, I got stumbled. But yeah, so me and Star, like we said, we had worked on the Convergence together, and we worked on the Young Melanated Immortal sessions together. We're in so many factions. We deep up in all of those factions together. I kind of lost track of all the factions that we are in, but it's okay because we're doing that thing. And the last thing I really wanted to point out is Star's growth. From the time that I met her, I thought that she was just one of those quiet people that's gonna stay in the corner and not really say nothing. Nah. She might not say that much, but when she says something, she is powerful, a powerful quiet wind, the quiet storm, like that radio channel from back in the day when I was a kid, the quiet storm, but she is powerful, So I'm gonna yield the mic because like I said, I can go on, but I appreciate working with Star, and I love the growth that she has shown throughout these last 3 years.
Share. And like I said, I don't know either one of you, but I appreciate everything that y'all do. The graphics, the music, whoever's over music, we got to talk to that person too. The music, the graphics, the symbolism, everything really draws people in and draws people to bring their higher self. On my page, we always talk about the Emerald City or the Crystal City and elevating and becoming your higher version of yourself. And y'all are really living it in real time. So most definitely appreciation. Every one of your graphics is most definitely appreciated. And like I said, we most definitely be rotating this. It's other goddesses, more priests and priests that we got to bring in. So I want to rotate it again. and bring some more people on to see y'all beautiful faces. Yes, ma'am.
One more thing. I wanted to say, because they all kind of came in waves. So there are two others that are not on here with us. I believe it or not, right? This is like crazy, just being up here and talking about all of this priesthood. But we have two that are not here. And I want these two to stay on for a second and help me speak about Shannon. That's the sun goddess, right? Yeah, we have a sun. Look, they all kind of came in together. We got a star, we have a sun goddess, and we got a moon goddess. Right. And so we got Shan, the sun goddess. She's kin 164. She's the yellow galactic seed. And I'm gonna let Star tell you, they all knew each other before, right? Before coming into MIMEC. But Shan, the sun goddess, you can see her every 13 plasmas, every 13 earth rotations. She is our hostess along with Priestess Ma'at. She is the hostess for our 260 spin chant calls, and she sings and she dances and she does a whole bunch of things. And she a little elusive, but we gonna grab her one day and get her up here with us, right? But that's Shan, the sun goddess. And then the other one is moon goddess Ambrosia, right? And moon goddess Ambrosia, y'all see her every Friday, 7:30 a.m. She's on with me, doing aligning with the cycle. She's the one who does the oracle reading. I call her TAF, right? Telepathic AF, right? Because she another one that be reading your piece of paper and everything. I mean, moon goddess can finish my sentences. Okay, that's how crazy it is. I'll be saying stuff and then she say the end. I'll be like, wait a minute, I want to say the end, right? So, but they all kind of roll together in the same group. So I really want these two to tell you a little bit more about those two, because they all kind of roll together, right?
Well, I'll start because I love to say about this. So, well, not for nothing, we are the input. We got Moon Goddess, she's a dragon. I'm the wind. We have Nikita, she's the night, and then we got Shan, the sun goddess, and she's the seed. So that's the group right there already. But man, I have met Shan, the sun goddess. I don't even know. I want to say maybe over 5 years now, and it was in the sister circle. And even man, I don't even know where to begin with her, because she does so much and she continues to do so much. Like, she is a doctor, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this was from last week. So it's like, what do I even say, But she does a lot. And it's like, she's singing, she gets you in the mood. She is like a liaison. She does so much. And I just look at her like, how do you do it? She has a husband, she has her family. Like, it's not just the priesthood. And when you look at it, it's like, wow. Like, wow. And for her to be the seed with all of us, it's like she gonna get us together. And I mean, like, we all keep saying that someone else is gonna get us together. Shan, she gonna wrap it up. She gonna wrap it up. Say that's it, So, but I love to. Her energy is just so. Y'all be saying me being smooth, man. She come in with the light, the love, everything, and it's just like, want to stay and be in that energy all day with her, like the love. So yeah, I just remember the first time ever just seeing her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to go. Like, I didn't even want to stop hugging her. So, but I'm gonna yield it over to Nikita. I'm sure you got a lot to say. But I don't know. We're gonna talk about Moon Goddess too. You want me to say both? Or oh, okay. Now Moon Goddess. Oh, all right. Where do I start with this? Because you guys know I'm like giddy now. Moon Goddess, my twin. That is man, the first time we met, I want to say over 5 years ago as well. And she actually brought me into MIMEC, and she she introduced me to so much. She gives me like soul assignments. So I'm gonna just put that there. Like she put me to work. So my growth, my evolution, a lot goes to her. And I give her so much love. Like you know, I have never met anyone that loves the way I love, and she loves the way I love. And I would, you know, so yeah, Moon Goddess, oh, I'm crying, but I appreciate you so much. When I first met her, I just was a little nervous because I'm like, man, she is powerful. And I remember telling her that I would send her stuff like just handwritten notes and gifts and stuff, because that's like the type of friendship we have, and she'd do the same thing for me. And I remember just writing to her and letting her know, like, you are so powerful. Like, I was a little nervous when I first met you. Like, am I able to be around someone like her? But, I am, because she, like I said, loves the way I love. So I'm going to yield the mic because it doesn't matter who is from the priesthood. I can just go on forever. And I'm telling you, this is the only time you guys can get me to say too much. Ask about my priesthood and I'm going to keep talking.
Somebody's asking some questions. Yo, tap in on Friday Risings. That's where they do their announcements and everything, and they always have good information. And they're also telling you all the information right there. And everybody that's put it in the comments, that's most of their gang right there. They got their own little gang. You know what I'm saying? Warrior queens or warrior goddesses. Moon Goddess Ambrosia. I don't know why I make you want to cry. You made me want to cry. You should have came on the show. We ain't gonna bite. Goddess Nakia, what do you have on the goddesses?
Peace. Yes. Star said so much, and so I'm gonna quickly talk about Moon Goddess Ambrosia and our Dr. Sun Goddess Shan. Ambrosia, I met her about a little bit over 3 to 4 years ago, and I can just say that she has definitely played a part in helping me grow and accept things. She's definitely an initiator, and I can say that she's definitely been my therapist a couple of times. My own personal oracle reader, but like our sister Star said, she is very powerful. She's very powerful and unapologetic for who she is, and just very powerful. Like Moon Goddess is the shiznit, and she's does a little bit of everything. She works with Baba Neb at times, and she's also on aligning with the cycles doing the oracle reading. She does so much, and I'm so grateful to have came by her. And she's one of those people that helped give a little push. Honestly, I feel like everybody did, but within the priesthood. But she's one of those that said, hey, you go ahead and join. You already pretty much here, so you might as well go ahead and join. And then our goddess Shan goddess, our sun goddess Shan. I can say that she's definitely been a ear to listen to my issues. I wouldn't say issues, but everything that might have bothered me. We got to work closely during our research faction and during our 52 unity. Acts of unity, and we worked through that one of our acts of unity together, and it was very powerful getting to know her a little bit better and talking one-on-one with her. And she's amazing. She sings, she does so much. So yes, I hope to see everybody plugged in with us soon, and thank you. I'm gonna yield the mic.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's beautiful. Like I said, I love all of y'all unity. I deal with a lot of different people, but on Matriarch Monday, we try to connect all the lands with the clan mothers. And I love that each one of y'all are powerful in your own right. So thank you again. And everybody in the chat is saying how beautiful and wonderful y'all are. Beautiful, beautiful melanated women. So most definitely, for all the tribe, they're having their event coming up real soon. Y'all better get there before I do. That's all I can tell you. If you don't meet me there, beat me there.
I say.
Goddess Mayat, where we going next, Goddess?
Yes. Thank you. Man, I'm just such a proud mommy over here. I'm just grinning. My cheeks are getting a little tired of teasing. But so we are going to bring up our newest crew, they have made 1 year. They have been here for a year. And we are so excited because we attracted our first male priest, right? And that's Brother 221. And also Sister Yah, Ken 141. So we're attracting a lot of dragons. So because we got 3 dragons now in the priesthood. And these two came in together. And well, now let me say this. Sister Yah actually was around when we first started MIMEC, right? Or a few years after we started MIMEC. Sister Yah was around, and she went through womb evolution, and then I scared her off a little bit, and then she came back. But and she came back on fire, right? Because I call her the fire starter, right? But she also, I got another nickname for her, right? She's the ancestor whisperer, right? So she's in 2 factions. She's in the universe carrier faction with me, because she took that and she incorporated, she embodied that. And so she came in ready to go with womb evolution. She's doing a whole bunch of things. She's going out here telling everybody she know about it, right? And so, and then she's also, I always say when nobody looking, right? Because she called me one day and she was like, yeah, and she talking about this stuff like it's normal, right? So she called me and she like, High Priestess, I was driving late at night, right, in the middle of the night, and I saw, how they had them things on the side of the road, where people may have been killed on the side of the road or something like that. And she said, but it was something wrong with it or something. And she pulled her car over and she going over to the thing and she straightening up the flowers or whatever. And she talking to the people. What I said, and she talking to me like this is just normal stuff, right? It is for her, right? So she's an ancestral and conjuring. And so, because she's the ancestor whisperer over there, and amongst other things, and so I'm really excited to have her. She keep us on our toes. You hear a little bit about that, right? And then we got 221. Oh my God. Okay. 221. As you can see, that is Mama Tahita's divine mate there.
I see me on the screen, so I'm assuming it's my turn first.
No,
I couldn't hear for a minute.
Not
but
yet.
That's
I ain't finished.
He's having a delay. They're having a delay. Give me 1 second, 221. I'm just blowing you up as she's speaking on you, God.
Yeah. I'm good. I can hear you now.
Okay, so 221, he's our first male initiate. And now let me tell you a little story about 221, right? That number, that's the collective kin of me and Nepharka, right? If you put our kin numbers together and you subtract 260, we come up to 221. Okay, so he's kind of, they say, our joke is that he's our son, right? And so so 221, and he is amazing. Like, he's the cosmic tone, he's that cosmic dragon. And he started finding things in the cosmology that we hadn't seen yet, right? So if you saw him on our when we did our core chants, we debuted him. He came in and he got the mask.
That's
I keep hearing him.
No, listen. I'm just saying it's behind.
221.
Okay. Yeah, so he came, he sees other things in the cosmology, and so definitely you can catch him on something. We don't have him locked in yet, but we about to get him locked in on a regular basis with the things that are coming up for him, and it helps you understand the cosmology more, right? So we are very excited about him, and I'm gonna let Sister Yah tell y'all a little bit more about 221.
All right, I trust I'm being heard.
My apologies. Yes, ma'am. How you doing, guys?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm well. I'm gonna give you the floor. I want to hit the echo. I want to miss the words. Go ahead, guys.
You hear echo? All right. Well, thanks for the space and thanks to all of us for being here. Now 221. We came in together. We met at the Priesthood open house in 2025 in March. So every season we do the opening away of the ceremony, and then we have a event that goes along with it. And so in March it's the Priesthood open house, so people can come in and find out about the priesthood, the different factions and things like that. And so he cooked the food, and he presented about he was doing a whole presentation about the food and how it's soul food and whatnot. And so I'm a new vegan, and so he was talking about soul food. I'm thinking like, oh, okay, what's that? Like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he did like some imitation ribs or something. I don't know. But he's talking about all the nutrients and things that you get from the food, and all the things that's in our own backyards that's edible, and how Mama Tahita brings it in, and he prepares it and stuff, and how it satisfy you, even though it's not saying there's anything wrong with just vegetables, but it's filling. And so, man, I'm telling you, when I ate the food, oh, it's addictive. Like, this man can throw down in his all, he's talking about how he made sure he got the water from the springs and all these things and the stories that go behind it. I was so intrigued. And so, like, now every season you kind of get spoiled. So I look at it like, I don't know if y'all ever seen like Dave Chappelle when he be acting like Tyrone Biggums or whatever it is, be like scratching like, I need some more of them, them grits, some peanut butter grits and just certain things. But it's amazing how much love he pours into making sure that we're nourished, and the stories that go behind it, and the love that he pours into it. His personality, being in a priesthood full of women, he just fits like glue. It's so genuine, so comfortable, so it's a pleasure. It's not, his energy is very divine. That respect is there, and then it's reciprocated. You know what I mean? He's not aggressive or anything like that. And by us both being dragons, I think I'm a little bit more aggressive than he is. Like, he's so chill, and it's just interesting by both being dragons to see the differences in us, and so it's just really, really a pleasure, like, experiencing him, and he's in the seasoner faction. And so, he hold it down. He makes sure things stay in order. He don't always say much, but when he do, when you talk about thought seeder, he'll hit you with something, and it might come to your mind a couple of heptads later or something. You're like, oh, the seed blossom. And that's what he was trying to say, but that cosmic tone, like, he knows everything. It's like, I don't know what this man don't know about. He know all the stuff that's in the cosmos. He gonna bring it back to you. Ask him a question, I guarantee you, he's got an answer for you. He's got a story. It's such a pleasure, being able to experience him. And I look at him as the what am I trying to say? He feeds the soul of the priesthood, literally, and it's definitely a pleasure and an honor having him here. And so with that, I yield.
I say. And with no further ado, first off, you're a gorgeous goddess. I have one thing. I sent y'all a whole lot of jewelry over there, and your neck is so naked. I don't look. High priestess got to have they adornment, they sacred adornments on. We got to get you right. Yeah, we got. And then, goddess, I got to say one thing before we get started, because that I'm all about this dragon thing. Me and you talking about this dragon thing every day, all day, goddess. And you didn't tell me how many dragons to service. We can have episodes just with these goddesses right here when we're talking about these grand dragons and serpents now. Look, you've been holding out on me, goddess. But with no further ado, I want to give the mic to the brother. We're gonna mute our mics because I don't want the echo to interrupt him. How you doing, God? Peace to the God, peace to the dragons, respect to the Monte.
Man, Orisha Stone, you didn't have your glasses on, man. You didn't have your glasses on when that sister was dropping what she was dropping, man. You can tell me about it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm she and I, we the babies of the bunch. We the babies of the bunch. Mutaya Satiji. I'm gonna say it 2 more times. Mutaya Satiji. Mutayo Satiji. She told me go ahead and fall in when priestess Ma'at hinted at it. Right? She hinted at it. And Mutayo Satiji said, go ahead, fall in, brother. So I saluted her and fell on in, right? And give thanks for the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan for teaching me the reality of the woman, the matriarch. It is Matriarch Monday, but I'm here to talk about Kin 141, right? The spectral dragon. Man, I remember seeing her. We fell in at the same time. Look, and I just seen her eyes. I don't know how. I mean, see, hold on. So you got her on the screen. Let me put my glasses back on. Look, I just remember seeing eyes, right? Because this woman, she looks through the surface of appearance to see through the process. And that can be offensive to people who are not humble, right? She looks right through the surface appearance to your process. And then she comes with intelligent questions that might kind of rub you the wrong way if you're not humble. These are the type of people that you need. Are you building something? You need this type of archetype with you. You understand? Because she's going to, if you're humble, not weak and passive and a sucker, but you know that you're not the best knower. You know that you don't occupy, you're not catching all the light, right? You catching pink, she catching blue, right? You catching pink don't make her blue wrong. Her blue don't make your pink wrong, right? You edify one another. If you got a good idea, it will stand up to scrutiny, right? But you can't be no punk and scrutinize. You can't be no punk and receive what the Most High give you and then relay it to those who are around you. You got to be Big Mama. And that's what you got when you're talking about Sister Yah, because she came in, Yah, 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 Paya. That's how she came in to the priesthood. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, I give thanks for my ability to be around. You understand? It is Matriarch Monday. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, I am qualified to be around women like this and elevate them to the fullest. I am qualified to do that. And I give thanks for my sister for being all about giving birth to being, nurturing the birth of being. Oh, I can take them off now because I'm looking at me. I give thanks for this sister for being all about nurturing the birth of the new being of the melanated immortal. And with that, I yield the mic. Give thanks, brother. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you, Gene. Look, I'm so glad that they brought you on because a lot of people think when you say matriarch, they got it mixed up with that Facebook matriarch or that Instagram matriarch where they trying to down the man and everything else, and that makes no sense whatsoever. They have their own army. Might not be so-called initiated into Melanated Immortals, but Melanated Immortals got its own army and the dragon clan within itself. And you know, us dragons move different. So yeah, we most definitely support everything they put down. And all of us, like when she said faction, we all got our purpose. And people don't realize how important that is to when you cooking food. Like everybody don't need to cook food. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If you got bad energy, don't cook food. If you talking negative, don't talk about water. We're gonna tap into that because that's very important. And I'm glad that I'm seeing how everybody's important and everybody plays a very important part. a piece of this pyramid. You know what I'm saying? So each brick is very much needed. High Priestess, you had something, guys?
Oh man, that was so they great. Them dragons. I'm telling you, we say them dragons because there's 3 of them in there, right? And you just don't never know what they gonna pull out. But wow, I'm in awe. I'm it's hard to get me speechless. They know that because I be talking and I just keep talking, right? But it's very hard to get me speechless. I'm very thankful for all that we have. There's one more person though that I'd like to mention that is kind of quiet. She quietly kept. She has been with the priesthood probably. I don't know, maybe as long as Mama Tahita. And we call her priesthood adjacent, right? And that is our sister Nay Al. She's called many names. And she's kind of our outside watcher and our reader. And she and I met many years ago, and she gives us she kind of watches from afar, and she kind of gives us a view of what the priesthood is doing, what's happening in and around MIMEC and everything. And she is one of the best readers I have ever come in. I haven't seen anything like it. Nothing like her. And she's very humble. She's just very straightforward with her readings and stuff. They come from the heart. And so hopefully, maybe once we bring up the other folk, there's a few people missing, we may be able to bring her on as well. She might be listening. I don't know. She might be in the chat, but definitely, she's a part of this team as well. And I have to also give honor to Neb Taharka Kanish Kawak, because when we were doing MIMEC together, it was me and him. And he also was quite just like brother 221, there to support and encourage. He was like, go for it. He was like, a lot of people don't see what you're doing. They don't know what you're doing. They can't. There she go. There go Naomi right there. Yes, we roll real hard together. That's my sister too. And so Neb Taharka, really, he has been a quiet and a not so quiet support of the priesthood of MIMEC and everything that we're doing here. And so he's a part of this. He's probably coached everybody on here, right? Just about everybody. He's been everybody's coach, including mine. And so he's always there. He's always in quiet support of us. And so we definitely give thanks and honor to him as well. So yes. So, we having a party up here. I'm giddy because, this is like a first for me, to just have everybody up here. And I'm just glad that I could, showcase everyone and really give them the honor for being here and allowing me to do what I do, right? These are all very, very dynamic ones all by themselves. Right. And so for them to come together under MIMEC to be a part of this priesthood, it really is an honor.
Y'all like the X-Men. Y'all like the X-Men. Y'all powers when y'all powers combine, y'all Captain Planet. Y'all doing a whole lot of amazing things. It doesn't work. There's no big eyes and little U's. It doesn't work if everybody's for themselves. And me and OJ Yemi were just talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to the elders of the night, OJ Yemi. Big shout out to the Council of Khalifa and all those goddesses over there in California, and it's so many goddesses. Also, big shout out to the brothers that's holding up. Big shout out to Rod Hayes, Young Elder, Voices Art with Zay. Also, shout out to brother Dustin, brother Hawkeye. Brother Vibes. There's so many of us that, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have a direct target. Now we have a direct target who we, rocking with. So everybody's talking about the matriarch, and we know the words, but you got to realize some people hide behind words. Something but that's different between y'all. Y'all talking about acts of, y'all don't talk about acts of unity. Y'all do acts of unity. You know what I'm saying? So also, like I said, who else do you want to? Because I really want to lock in now. You got so many people. We gonna have content for a while. Talk about this dragon serpent thing. We need. It's the full moon. We didn't even get into the esoteric aspect. I just wanted to introduce everybody, and that was kind of phenomenal within itself. But the esoteric aspect of it, nothing happens by coincidence. You know what I'm saying? All of us are different pieces of the puzzle. Me and my clan, we go out and go get different things just to present to the tribe, present to the matriarch. Like that's our purpose. You turn around and decipher it. Shout out Neb Tahaka. Shout out Neb Tahaka. I've spoke to him a couple of times. We're gonna get him on. He got a real crazy schedule. But there's a like we got to come together, man. And they trying to make it seem like we're not. But every single person that we bring on this show says the same thing. It's about us. It's about unity. It's about Mayat energy. You know what I'm saying?
And let me say something to that too. You know, what you just saw was an act of unity, right? Because we had, how many people gonna be? 7 or 8 people that did not talk about themselves. They talked about somebody else. That's an act of unity right there. Because a lot of times, you know, that's hard to do. It's hard. You have to be trained. You got to have your subliminal mind in check. You got to have your waking consciousness in check. You got to have all of that in check to be able to come up here. And you saw nobody was holding back. Nobody held back. Nobody was like, well, you know, I'm me and me and me. Right? That was a whole act of unity right there. We were demonstrating that. And so you know, this is what we're doing. This is, you know, like you said, enough talk about shifting the consciousness. This is putting it into action. So I'm just, you know, I'm just in awe of this group, and you know, it's just amazing. They are all amazing. And that's Nate Onk right there. That's Nate Onk. You know, we may have her come up. She's the quiet. You know how they had the silent. What was that? The fifth Beatle or something. That's Nate Onk right there, right?
OJ, you do this all the time. We can't change nobody. We're not trying to make somebody. We're trying to bring the highest version of yourself. That's the whole thing about I love about Melanated Immortals. They don't want you to be somebody else. They ain't trying to make you be Abraham. They ain't trying to make you be Ishmael, Isaac, Muhammad. They're trying to make you be the highest version of yourself. And they introduce you to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Reintroduce you to your higher self. You get your kin number. Now you got your intergalactic map of who you are and who you were in several different lives. Y'all are American. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Go ahead real quick. Let me do something real quick. You hear me, guys? Me at? Take the floor for 1 second, real quick.
Okay, all right. So, oh, you know what? I was hoping you would bring somebody else up here. All right. So, you know what? Let's take some questions. We would love to answer any of your questions that you have, and let's see. Anybody have any questions for the priesthood? Any questions? Any more questions about who we are, what we do, how you can find us? So you can find us at melanatedimmortals.com. We also have, and you know, they've been putting it in the chat. We have a YouTube channel, right? Melanated Immortals. We also have Womb Evolution, and we got the Melanin Frequency. Oh, wait a minute. Do we got Moon Goddess up here? Do we have Moon Goddess?
Not Miss Ambrosia. You talking about Miss Ambrosia?
Yes.
She would try to come in last, huh? Hold on. Gotta get the glasses.
Come on. So you know what? Is your throat still? Is your throat still messed up? Okay, so the only reason that she wasn't up here is because you got your you got your glasses on again. Okay. So yes, her throat chakra is needs some recovering, and so that's the only reason we didn't have her up here. But yes, this is Moon Goddess Ambrosia, and so yeah, you a trip. You are
I
a
don't know
trip.
if y'all can hear my voice too much, but I just definitely wanted to come and share love and just pop in and show face because I definitely love everybody in the priesthood. And I just want to give a special shout out and some love to High Priestess Mayat for creating such a foundation for us to build as a priesthood. So I just wanted to come and say that and just to wave and show face and let everybody know that I love her. I love y'all. I love us in the priesthood. And I'm honored to be on this journey with you all. So much love. I love y'all.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love all the shares too. And thank you. Thank
And
you.
what is your kin number again?
Ken 181.
The red what?
The red crystal dragon.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love y'all.
We love you.
Thank you for your presence, Goddess.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goddess, we got a couple questions that I want to tap into.
Okay.
One goddess had an amazing question. She said, "What inspired the creation of MIMEC Priesthood?" Highest priestess.
The need for us to have something that's dedicated to the betterment of melanin dominant people worldwide. That was where it came from. So you know how you have the Buddhists and Tibetan monks and everything, and they're going around and they giving flowers and everything, and praying for the planet and everything. Well, we need that too, because we have been, my perspective, we've been the most affected by the period of forgetfulness that we've been in. And so we needed a whole priesthood that's just focused on elevating those frequencies, because when we get up, it's going to benefit everybody, right? Because we don't just because by now we would have ran everybody off this planet by now.
Wow.
Right? We wasn't truly God or the divine beings. And so it's time for us to get up and we do it ourselves. So we got a whole melanated priesthood dedicated to that. We did one event. It started with we did the melanin frequency the first time, and we did it we did an event, and then once we did that, I said, you know what? Why just do this one time? We need to keep it going. And so 7 years later, we're still here, and we have a full priesthood. So that's what inspired it.
I'll say the next question. The brother had a great question. Chief BlackRock is in the building. Chief BlackRock, if you don't hit the link and come on the show. He said, "Do you have any agriculture plans?"
Oh, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. So we are planning for a full center. We're calling it the Center for Divine Integration, and it does include agricultural plans. We're going to have a farm to table it's going to be, man, we're going to have brother 221 and Mama Tahita. They are our farmers. 221 is in the nature faction, and so he deals with the herbs, he deals with the farming and all of that stuff. And so we're going to have a whole service of farm to table. And 221, just tell us a little bit about that idea that you gave us, and me and Priestess Moot fell out of our seat when you told us about how you want to do that. You talked about the clothing. Remember that?
Give me.
You said you said that when people come into the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
You said
you got to take off. You got to take everything off, to really, to really come in to your own, right? Everything that we've been wearing. I'm wearing linen right now. She's wearing cotton right now. That's closer to reality, right? But you got to take all of the garb off that's been the garb of this world in order to enter a new world, right? And I'm not making it up. I've been in jail. When I went to jail, they made me take off of my street clothes and then put on a new uniform, right? That's a good idea. It's the same thing when you're coming into righteousness, right? Take off that which is ungodly and put on that which is godly, right? So that you can release that which no longer serves you anymore, right? And receive that which is going to bring you into wholeness, right? So as we get the space that we need to facilitate this, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be asking you to take off that garb that you wore in the world that made you a fraction of yourself. You know what I mean? And put on a new garb and be willing to release that which is in you. You know what I mean? That is not of you, right? So that you may receive that which will make you whole again. Melanated Immortals making evolutionary changes.
I say. I see we have. Look at them. Look at them. I see we have. What is that? What's that? Is that a conch? A crystal. Okay, I think Orisha Stone probably know what that is.
No, because then you'll kick me off by accident.
Okay, all right. Yes, Ashe. Okay, so we have a question here. Okay, so this is the thing. I don't know much about that voice art with Zay. Orisha Stone has kind of been my entry point to all of connecting us with the other tribal mothers and guardians and things like that. And so I usually just let things happen organically. And so once we hit the ground and we get everything up and running, we'll be able to make those connections. I actually, now who I do want to come back up here is Priestess Moot, because Priestess Moot, as we heard from Mama Tahita, she the right and the left hand, and some more stuff. And I saw a question about the order of things, right? How we gonna do this and do that. So Priestess Moot is she's the prime over the seasoners, right? So we have a whole faction that's seasoners, and we have Brother 221 is a part of it, Priestess Moot and Goddess Nikita, Kin 43. They're all part of the seasoner faction. And what they do is they keep the order, right? So they deal with security, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, all of that. They also keep the priesthood in order, right? So let somebody step out of line. Priestess Moot is going to come for you. Even if it's me, I thought that I was an exception, but I'm not. I feel some kind of way about that. I be about feelings, but she keeps the order, and it's natural for her. Like it just happens. And so that's why we call her the big boss. And so we have a whole order that is kept within the priesthood. I want her to tell us a little bit more about that.
Peace, give honor, give thanks. I also have to definitely give honor to you, High Priestess, for literally spotting me out. Because being the seasoners, like, you have to be all the factions, be on top of everything that has to go on within each faction of this priesthood, and ensure that everybody, has their training, has the proper, measures to be able to fulfill the wholeness of what we are doing, within the priesthood. And so being responsible for that, and also having my teammates, 221 and Kin 43, with their plethora of insight. We come together and we literally chop it up and make it happen. If there's an issue that needs to be addressed, it comes to us. But yet doing what I do for the priesthood, like she said, comes naturally. And I didn't see me that way because I always looked at, being the person in charge as something that nobody want to hear nothing you have to say or do nothing you want them to do. Because, I come across sometimes, hard. But it's out of heart because I incarnated in the white dog wave spell. I'm all about heart, right? So it's with love and it's with knowing that we need this structure or we need to have a peace of mind when we're out there doing our work. And if we don't have that peace of mind and understanding that every single word that comes out of our mouths or every action that we put out or every motion that we make in society is not aligned with our mission, then it falls on the seasoners. Okay, so, and that includes being on Orisha Stone, right? We got to come correct. So if I put out an order or a requirement or something like that, my intentions or expectations, coming from the heart, is that you're going to follow. You may not always like it, but it's with the most utmost intentions behind it, and I give honor to and gratitude to High Priestess for entrusting, the role and the fact that I have two teammates, initiating up in the season of faction, we are with one accord, we're on the same with the same mindset. When we come together and we discuss matters of the matters, we take it to the next level in that. And we don't have to meet all the time, but when we do, it's on point every single time. And to have High Priestess's support and her you would call it respect, okay, but to have her support for the decisions that we're making. We made a Gaia for the priesthood to abide and follow through so that we can be that, as goddess Nayank said, that well-oiled wheel, well-oiled machine.
Yes, right.
And we definitely want to appear to all of us as just that. So give thanks.
I'll say. Hey, goddess of Beaky. Look at you, all pretty like. Yes.
I was wondering who that new face was. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate this.
You are
This
so
necklace. I've been sleeping in it every night since it came.
and it looks good on you too.
I can't hear her.
You can't hear me?
Yeah. I was trying to look at some of the questions that we have. Or did you have a question for us?
I am I'm a Biki with Orisha Stone. I am the other half of Nabi, and I'm just here to introduce myself. I know I don't come and show my face very often because I'm a Virgo. I'm in and out. I do a lot of different things, and but I watch you guys. I listen to you guys. I apply the things that I listen to in my life. That's the reason why it's such an honor to see y'all wearing my pieces, because I love y'all just as much as y'all love the jewelry. Y'all emanate and make it look really good. And I am beyond appreciation for all of the energy and the high vibration that y'all put out into the ethers, because it's needed, it's necessary. And I remember about a week or two ago, somebody left a comment on Nabi's video and they were like, well, what qualifies these people? You are what qualify the people. Y'all qualify us. People forget that those celebrity people that they worship, they go to the community. They learn from people like you and the people around you. They eat from that, and then they copy it, and then they apply it to their lives or certain parts that they want to. This is to all the ghostwriters. This is to all the people who made these celebrities famous into who they are today, background players. We are the ones who do that. We are the ones who inspire them to be what they are. And that's what you all are, a complete inspiration. And it's been so beautiful getting to know all the lovely people who make the motor go. So, thank y'all for sharing. And I wanted to introduce myself. I'm gonna be back on Sunday, and I just want to pop in and pop out. I am kin number 194, the White Crystal Wizard. So
just like my son. My son is 194. Yay. I know you. Well, you know what? I'm gonna find out a little bit more about you because I'm waiting for some things from him. So he's just 19. He's just a baby. So yeah. Give thanks.
Ashe.
Ashe.
You said they had questions?
That's my bodyguard, y'all. So, again, I think everybody that came on tonight, each one of these amazing, gorgeous goddesses, thank y'all for y'all time. Thank you for gracing us. Thank you for gracing Matriarch Monday with y'all beautiful faces. And the brothers too. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about two. You know what I'm saying? But each one of y'all, thank y'all for everything that y'all do for the tribe. Thank you, Goddess Maya, for giving them a safe space, because that's all we do. We create a safe space for each other. I'm trying to blow everybody else so they can see all this beautiful melanin before we get out of here. Let it marinate for a second.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
Brother say, look, I got the shades on, brother. I got the shades on. So, guys, I'm gonna get to a couple more of these questions before we get out of here. I know I fell behind on them again. Please tap in with Melanated Immortals. Again, support their channel, support their page, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If you ain't doing nothing else, support just because they putting out positive information. 5% of positive information combat 95% of negative energy they try to put on us every day, because they know they're eating off of low vibrational frequencies. They eating off of fear. They eating off of hate and everything else. And here come a little bit of Melanated Immortals, the light in the darkness. Would you say you want everybody on their best behavior tonight, wearing all white, being their highest version of themselves? So we appreciate you for that, Goddess. We appreciate you bringing the tribe together, giving everybody a safe space. You might not know it, like the brother was asking you if you were tapping in with the other tribe. And yeah, we all tapped in because we all going the same thing. We might not all go, because when we talk about matriarch, we talking about goddesses from all over the land. We talking about brothers from all over the land that are doing the same exact thing. We might not know them because star seeds were spread out. If we were all together, what are we doing if we all together? No, to change the whole world, we had to go through these traumas. We had to go through all these tests. We had to go all these different things, and we had to do it by ourselves. In the process of doing it by ourselves, we started going into our own superheroes, our own superpowers. And as soon as we go through our own superpowers, now we're bringing it together, because it's not just individuals, not us against everybody. It's not just me against everybody, it's us against everybody. And then it won't even be that. Like you said, the energy you're bringing, we're not even going to bring that war energy. It won't be us against everybody. It's going to be everybody that worships us. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? They might not admit it, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to get a couple more of these questions. If you have anything else before we get out of here, guys, because y'all were amazing, and we don't got to go because I'm loving the energy. I'm going to get these questions real quick. Do you have anything else before we go?
I just want to let people know, as we saw in the chat, just in case there's some new people on, we do have we will be meeting up in person on the summer solstice in Hampton, Virginia. All right, so that is that's very near the Washington D.C., the DMV area, not too far. It's about 2-3 hour drive. Also probably about a 3-hour drive from the northern part of North Carolina. So it's not too far. We got people coming from ATL. And listen, what I had heard was we might be able to have some of Thought Seeder's food. He don't know yet, but we trying to work it out. We trying to work it out that we get some of that food that we heard about that we have at all of our retreats. So definitely come through. You can meet some of the people from the priesthood. And you can see us live in person, get to do some of the rituals with us, get an intensive on womb evolution. If we have some elders, a lot of time the elders, they don't get loved up on no more and things like that. So we're going to have a rites of passage for our wise woman phases. We're also going to have something for our young girls. Right? They're coming on their cycles. We are not teaching them that they can have babies. We are teaching them that they have womb power now when they get on their cycles. And so we're going to be doing all of that. We got to shout out Priestess Ya 141 because she came through last year for the retreat, and she said, "Hi, Priestess, you know what? Let me and Shan, the Sun Goddess, and then I think we got 122 on there." She said, let me have a little, let me get in on this, right? Let me show you something. I'm gonna put some stuff around you. You do all your sutures and all that stuff you gonna do, but let me put some. I think that girl got fireworks. She got all kinds of stuff that's gonna happen. We're gonna have a marketplace, and so we're gonna be bringing some of our stuff from Orisha Stone, right? And we heard that he was coming through as well. So definitely this is a great place to meet up and in person, and there are things that we are going to experience there that we cannot it can't happen over the internet, right? We have to be in person, one-on-one, and then with that combination of all of our energy, we'll probably do a unity circle. Those things are very powerful. Y'all come through. That's all I gotta say. Hampton, Virginia, on the summer solstice.
I shall say, Goddess, what is the Melanated Immortals Cash App?
You know what? What had happened? We were supposed to have one. Priestess Moot, put yours in here. Priestess Moot she can hold it. Priestess Moot, put yours in here. Put your cash. I'll let her put hers in the chat, and that'll be for MIMEC for this evening. So go put that.
What are we sending cash apps for? What are we sending cash apps for? We sending cash apps because guess what? If you send a cash app, you might be donating that goddess to help her buy some chickens. You might be in help her buy some goats. We have a brother Bilal. I forgot to remind you, brother Bilal has acres and acres of land. I think that, and he's in Mississippi. He has a lot of acres of land where you can tap in with him. We need that. You know what I'm saying? They donated $10, $15, $20, $100. It's not really nothing, man. $100 ain't nothing today. But if you get that currency, somebody that knows what to do with it, we get well springs. We get well springs that healing the community, giving a place. Are y'all not tired of clubs? Y'all not tired of going to Disneyland? Y'all not tired of going to Universal? Y'all not tired of these people juicing y'all out y'all money? You know what I'm saying? We got to create our own reality. We got to create our own Emerald City, our own Crystal City. And you got more than enough powerful dragons and serpent energies to do it. You know what I'm saying? Each one of them, y'all do it right here, and we're doing it in real time. I definitely want to introduce you to a couple more goddesses on the West Coast, so we got to mix that up to get y'all on with the Concert Khalifa, because that'd be beautiful to have Melanated Immortals all across the Americans. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm getting to a lot of these comments. I fell behind a little bit. Let me get to everybody. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Big shout out to all the supporters. And investors. Big shout out to Harmonious Balance. Big shout out to Goddess OJ Yemi and the Elders of the Night.
Mama Phyllis.
Please help me out. Give me some shout outs if I'm missing somebody.
Yeah, Mama Phyllis and Mama Penda. Let's see. We already said Mama OJ Yemi. Also, we have a brother Eduardo, brother Akil, and his wife, Mama Adila. Let's see. Y'all help me. I don't want to miss nobody. Oh, I see Ken 240 in here. Mama Segment. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to invite y'all down to Florida, like that whole tribe of Florida, because we got mounds. We got the largest mound right here in Turkey Scratch. And with the energy that y'all have, and everybody's connected to those dragon energies, I most definitely want to get you on some of these serpent mounds down here in Florida, and we can walk up the mountain and do our intentions and everything else. I think that'd be beautiful to have, and I can take y'all to the springs. The springs is the fountain of youth. So the brother Chief Blackrock said, "How do you find the kin number?"
Oh, we didn't do Black Rocks. Oh man. Okay. If we need your date of birth, and we can give it to you. You can give him my number. I'll do his, because he be doing stuff for us.
Yeah, he's man, Chief. Tap in with Chief Blackrock. Yeah, shout out to Chief Blackrock. Man, my apology, G. The most definitely big supporter of the Matriarch. He's always doing things, you know what I'm saying, just out of spirit. He might wake up and be like, yo, I felt to do something with you. And AI might not be around long, and some people do it for entertainment, and some people just do a lot of different things. But if we're gonna do it, we gotta make it make sense. We gotta make this count. You know what I'm saying? They're attacking the water. If they're attacking the water, they're attacking the mother. They're attacking the Matriarch right there. They're attacking the water. So we gotta make it count. And that brother's most definitely making it count and putting out good information.
And see, that's some of the stuff that we do when we get together. We have those types of rituals where we, we do some things. That's all I got to say. We do some things. And so definitely when we come together and things shift. Okay. It's not, we don't just do it and just, whatever. There's some changes that happen when we all come together like that, and we are focused, and we say no more. We say this is not what's happening. We're not going to mess around with the water like this. We're not going to mess around with the sky like this. And and we just keep it going until it's done. That's why we had to create a whole priesthood around this.
I just put the link up just in case I miss anybody's questions. You got a powerful, intelligent question you want to ask this guidance, because it's a lot. We do a lot by ourselves and everything, and I'm still learning this technology. But guys, we appreciate everything you do. We appreciate everybody in your channel. I'm still learning everybody, but everybody, especially on Friday Rising, I might wake up and I might be in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things I got to do and I got to handle. We got to get mail out. We got to do orders. We got to get ready for all sorts of different things. I got to tend to my animals. And then here's some positive energy, talking about with a wave spell and a hook tab and all these different things that it's helping your mind elevate and help you learn new things and tapping into yourself. So if we don't have any questions for anybody else from the tribe, we're about to get out of here. Let me see. Let me leave y'all with put some beauty in y'all face real quick. Goddesses, do y'all have anything before we get out of here? Anybody?
All right.
Hold on one second. Chief Blackrock is in the building. Like I said, you got a bunch of guys that most definitely support. Chief Blackrock, how you doing? This is my brother, Chief Blackrock. He's a big supporter. So yeah, this is him in person.
Greetings.
Hold on, give me a moment. Let me pause it. Let me pause.
You need your shades on. You got to put your shades on.
Yeah, look, don't let him distract you, right? All these magicians on the channel, don't let him distract you. I had to throw the glass. Goddamn.
All right, I'm echoing right quick. Give me a moment.
I'll go on. Okay. Yeah, but he has a very powerful question. And like I said, man, this isn't just for this is most definitely for the women, but the women are most definitely opening their grace to us. They open up to the higher brothers. We ain't talking about the low vibrational ones. We talking about the brothers that already know who they are. They already walking as God, and they walking the land. You're invited. If you're not on your God shit, don't come, because if you can come in peace or leave in pieces.
You're gonna walk over, you're gonna limp back.
All right, I got one question for the matriarchs for Melanated Immortals. Is y'all gonna be accepting volunteers or community service for that agricultural plan that y'all got going on, just in case people want to come from across the land to come help you or whatnot?
Sweat equity, I love it.
Absolutely. And I'm sure brother 221 and Mama Tahita, you know, they're gonna head that up. They're gonna have a whole plan for that. But absolutely.
I say. I love that, yo, Chief Black Rock. I appreciate that because you said about sweat equity. Everybody might not can bring gold and silver to the tribe and donate. You might not be able to do a cash app, but you can come out there and do some sweat equity and put energy into the land and put energy into what we're building. You know what I'm saying? Again, I say also tap in with Brother Bilal because he's always looking for sweat equity or somebody to come out there and help and till the land. Trust me, that's a workout. Getting out there every day and trying to and dig that dirt and everything else. We got to get back into that. Everybody want to be Omega Mayan up until it's time to do Omega Mayan things, and that means tapping into that earth. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, Black Rock, for real, man.
Let's get Black Rock's if you don't mind.
Thing. Chief, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The guy supposed to ask you a question.
What's your date of birth?
All right.
So we can give you your signature.
I'm January 6th.
Dang, your birthday is right the same as my little birthday. You're a Capricorn.
We need your we need the year.
You want to talk offline? We could talk offline.
All right. We can talk a lot. Yeah, okay. Just if you give him my information, I get it for you. All right. Yeah.
I shall say.
Look, I was about to call. Look, you saved them. Because, you know, I was about to call one of them. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to get one of them to do it. They knew it. They knew it. They was like, woo.
Well, how about this? Since so many people are asking that question, and I know, like, trust and believe, I know when you get busy, you fall behind stuff. If they wanted to tap in and say, yo, I need a reading from Goddess Star. I need a reading from Goddess Ambrosia. I need a reading from Goddess L. How can we tap in with these different goddesses? If you should go to Melanated Immortals and go to your website, or we can also, they got YouTube, so you can always go to their YouTube channel and send them a message as well. I think, I just realized that a lot of y'all were on Facebook and Instagram, so I try to follow. If I haven't followed y'all, please send me a message or send me a follow. I'm in a shadow ban on Instagram, so I don't always get all my messages on time, but I do try to reply as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? So also, all these goddesses have Facebook and social media. So what you were saying, goddess?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. So, now everybody doesn't do readings just like that. So, you know, I don't want to put any. I was just messing with them. Some of them do, though. Some of them do. So, definitely, if you tap into us, you do admin at melanatedimmortals.com, and you say, just put it in the message. We'll definitely get it out to them. Moon Goddess Ambrosia does them. I do them, of course. And then you know, I'm gonna throw Thought Cedar out there with that. I'm gonna throw him out there, and Priestess Moot, my Aunt Nefer Habibi, and then Mama Tahita, she the original. Let's not forget Mama Tahita, right? So some people don't do it as a service, you know, they just do it. Like you know, if you run into Priestess Moot and, you know, or Mama Tahita or any of them, they're going to give you they're going to give you your kin number, and they're going to tell you a little bit about it. But some people don't have a organized thing where they do readings, right? So not everybody does them, but everybody can provide you with your kin number and tell you a little bit about it, right?
I shall say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's fair, right? Because y'all will be like, don't be signing me up for no readings, High Priestess.
You got it organized. That's what I said. You hit up Melanated Immortals. They have their whole thing organized. You know what I'm saying? We all play our positions. Some of us out there just doing the war aspect of it and everything else. Y'all are the beauty. Y'all are the Oshun. Y'all Oshun and Oya make the marketplace flow. So real quick, I don't want nobody to catch a hangnail, because you will catch a hangnail if you don't go over and hit like. If you don't hit subscribe to Melanated Immortals, don't catch a hangnail, man. Hit that like button. I don't hear no pings hitting that goddess. Well, she's on mute right now, but I don't hear no pings in that cash app, man. Yo, donate to these goddesses. You know what I'm saying? Do something for these goddesses. You know what I'm saying? Show support for positive Black melanated women, indigenous women of the Americas. You know what I'm saying? They talking about what we doing over here. They said we don't have a culture. This is our culture.
Yeah.
So Most definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all, known and unknown. Yeah, yo, flex that thumb chakra, man. Get that thumb chakra working. Appreciate you again, guys. And before we get out of here, I gotta grace him one more time. I gotta grace everybody one more time. Marinate for a minute. Let it marinate. Luxury game. Smile. She got coconut oil on too. That's coconut oil or shea butter, love.
Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it. Leave my priestesses alone. Leave them alone.
I'm sorry. I broke my glasses. I'm sorry.
Put your glasses on. Yes, too much. See, he don't know how to act. He don't know how to act.
Look, Brother Orisha, if you
somebody said the ear ringing. Somebody said the ear ringing, but I don't hear that cash app ringing. What you saying, guys?
If you're interested in wanting to know more technical ways of operating through this site, I'm with you. I'm for you.
Yes, guys. Like I said, I most definitely we got people that really invested in me and doing different things. I'm doing a whole lot, and that's why I say I honor him. And it's such a pleasure to be around goddesses that they're not bickering, they're not trying to fight against each other, they're trying to work together. And y'all are the example of how beautiful it'll be. And we just getting started. This is just the beginning. Trust and believe. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You just saw my whole team, me and my goddess. You know what I'm saying? And so that, like, my circle is about a period. All the goddesses. When we get y'all well springs going, I'm gonna donate some pythons and some different kind of exotic animals to y'all well springs, because when y'all doing y'all meditations, y'all do your meditations and talk to those serpents. They tell y'all your spirit animal. All of us had that Kundalini energy. We just don't know it, and that, but y'all of it have tapped into it. Everybody, dragon, tap into that serpent energy. Tap into the back of your mind, the forgotten information, the Olakun energy. So I'm gonna donate to y'all some tanks and some animals and things. And we got a lot of people that, like I say, each one of the cash up that hit y'all, buy you some livestock, buy you some chickens, buy you some whatever it is, because we got to get into our own thing. We got to create our own economy. You know what I'm saying? Matriarch Monday is really about matriarch economics.
You know what I forgot to ask you, Orisha Song?
Ma'am?
So when we were talking about the factions, and we probably have to come back and talk about that, like what totems, what you just told us a little bit. That's what made me tap into it. Like for these various factions, I'm just gonna send you a list of all 13 factions, and then you can kind of let us know, you know, what other things that we need to have based on, like, you know, we got ancestral and conjuring, we got frequency and interdimensional, we got nature, we got universe carrier. Yep. We got the seasoners. Even, you know, we talked about, we had Priestess Moo come up and tell us about the seasoners. We got healing. We got all of these various factions. And so you know, now we out now, right? We on here, everybody gonna hear about this, you know what I'm saying? And so you know, yeah, there you go. Libation, yep, nurturer,
I see.
healing. And so and we have a children's faction as well for those. You know, some people, when they're young, they know that they are in the priesthood, so we have a faction for them as well. So you know, what amulets, what totems, and different things do we need for those factions? So
I'm most definitely like Malachi Z. York said, I can't bring you what you want so you can learn to want what I came to bring. I already sent you a lot of different pieces that, like, I already know what you needed ahead of time. When you say white crystal wizard, of course, I'm already sending quartz and moonstone. Moonstones for manifestation for especially the white wizards, and white moonstone manifestation. Rose quartz for the love that y'all have for each other and everything else. Of course, jade, like you got us. Jade represents immortality. We're talking about melanated immortals. Once you know the truth and we know who we are, we know that this ain't our first rodeo. We did it time and time again. And each time they send those star seeds to elevate the land. Once you realize who you are, you tap into those moonstones. Most definitely, since y'all on camera a lot, labradorite. Reflect off a lot of negative energy sent towards you, send it back. But then at the same time, labradorite is a manifestation zone. It's not always just negative. Sometimes people send love to you and they can get love right back. You'd be surprised. The serpent clan of Kalakmul. Kalakmul is the serpent clan, and we always talk about the exchange of energy. Like the serpent moved from one hand to the other. We have to exchange energy with each other, that cosmic serpent energy. That, you know what I'm saying? When we really do the research on these cosmic serpents and dragons, we talking about cosmic love, the embrace, the wisdom, They even say it in the basic instructions before leaving Earth. The Bible, they say, yo, be wise as the serpent. And all of y'all bring the wisdom and the power of that great divine feminine energy or great Kundalini serpent energy, the great Sekhmet energy. If we know who Sekhmet is, she's the mother of serpent. If you know who Kali is, she has the serpent, the Naga energy. If you tapping into that, all those informations come from the great primordial dragon mother. So I don't care if you're studying Kemet, West African, these were all pieces of the puzzle that we're bringing. Look, we done became priests in this, and we're gonna bring it home, Sankofa. We're gonna bring all this home, and we're gonna put it in the pot, and we're gonna show them something they ain't never seen before, the Emerald City. And we didn't need the white man to give us no money. We didn't need them to sign no contracts. We don't need them to tell us, okay, you can do this, but you can't do that. No, this is straight matriarch economics. This is what y'all putting on this land. The whole world is watching us right now, and they trying to make us look like we're foolish. I was watching one show, and they were talking about how the black man and the white man in America, the black man and a black woman are fighting everything else, but it's ran from a lady from Greenland. It's ran from a lady from England. It's ran from a lady from Africa. How they know what we got going on over here? So some people are just trying to throw monkey wrenches in because they don't want to see us be great. Some people, they like living up under that oppressor. They like bowing down to this oppressor and oppressive ways. You know what I'm saying? They still out here talking about voting. But when you're indigenous and you get your indigenous rights and we become a clan, that don't say we all becoming merged into one clan. That's impossible. We talking reality. We talking about our reality. But there's several different clans out here. The Council of Khalifa, the Council of the Midwest with Chicago and the Elders of the Night with OJ Yemi and them. We have of course the goddesses in the South, all in Georgia and Florida and everything else, the Southeast Division, Temukawa, Washington. We got them all over the land. And this technology now, we reverse engineering to like ET said, we reverse engineering so we can communicate and phone home. We're phoning home right now. We communicate with our tribe. So with that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer because I know y'all got a lot of stuff going on. We still on?
Yeah.
Okay. My screen's doing a little something. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. I don't want to shut us off.
Okay.
Again, I appreciate everything that y'all do. And please keep inspiring the land and elevating people, connecting with people. Yes, we most definitely going to work with other tribes that have the likeness, that have the like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? We all want this earth back. We all want that red, black, and green. We want some get back for what happened to our ancestors, known and unknown. And we all come from that divine cosmic energy, that divine blackness. They be acting like they're scared of the word black. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That divine serpent serpent energy, that Kundalini energy, the great dragon energy, with jet energy, and whatever other tap into that divine serpent energy and dragon energy. And let's come back and talk about it. I say, give thanks. I say thank you, guys. And it definitely was a pleasure again. Let me put that cash. I'm gonna put that cash up one more time. And thank you again, guys. We most definitely got to do this again and break this down because we're gonna tap in this. Hold on 1 second. So we got one more person. Peace. Before we go, you coming right before we got out of here. What you got, God? Peace.
Oh, Stone, how are you? We haven't spoken before, but I come in listen to your show periodically, and I had some. I noticed that you're an artist. Oh, the thing I wanted to say first is I heard you were a Florida boy. I'm from there too, so I thought I would recognize that first, so we could be homies. You know what I mean? And then what's the other thing? Oh, I understand you are an artist, yes? And I carve wood. So I heard you talking about the snakes and the serpents. I pulled up a share screen, if you would allow it.
Turn the camera on, let's see it.
It's coming at you now, man. Come on. There it is.
I don't see it. You can't show the camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger too when I go back to it, but I just put it to you. Can you see it yet?
No, sir. I don't see that popping up. See, if you just pull your camera up, if you can open your camera up and show it to us, we from Florida. We can show me state.
Oh, it's in the sharing of the share where they say present in StreamYard.
Look, as soon as I get guys move to help me with that technology.
Yeah, she got to come in and help you.
No, I'm not this guy.
Oh, okay.
Inbox me. I'm gonna put my email in and inbox me, and then we'll figure it out.
Oh, okay, I'll inbox you. I'll send you the link right now, and you can look at it for yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Man. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you.
No problem. I'm putting it in the back chat there with the StreamYard chat, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Hit me up in email too. That shit we'll talk.
Well, I don't know your email, but I just put it in the StreamYard back chat.
I got you. I got you. I'm tapping with this Matriarch Monday real quick, but yeah, we'll tap in, guys. Peace to the guys. Boom, boom. Yep. I'm gonna get your cash app up one more time, guys. I know y'all tired. Y'all be working so hard. Let me find your cash app one more time.
Look, we way past Nikita's bedtime. I already know.
Look, you got everybody in here going crazy right now. Boom, there we go. They talking about some, yeah. So, man, appreciate each one of you guys again. Thank y'all for your time, and we're going to get out of here. Peace to the guys. Peace to God.
Thanks. Peace.
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 Then I go outside the car. Listen, take out the sound fading, but here we break it down. Echoes at the past, it's a wisdom that they drown. They able let the shadows overshine through the dark. Voices of the council, let it get these niggas bar. Ooh, the trip too loud, they tryna turn it down. Step into the light, watch the history rebound. They do ball, and they be woke. With 4 miles of my life to get them ass screwed. From the first spark, I be up before time. Everybody's like hell, rearrange their mind. Every line that I spit, rewrite they design. Every truth that I drop, make a hit and rewind. They moving silent, but I see through the veil. Change one name, but it's really itself. Final dreams that they came while they print up the bell. Like I'm lost in the maze, it's a problem to tell. It's a cycle, blood turning gears in the system. They find the disease and they still need to fix. I've been watching, third eye stay in position. Ancestors whisper got gold in my vision. If once you sleep, so the dream being real. Set that hope in the box with a sign of deal. But the land ain't theirs and the gold ain't real. The throne of the queen, now that their own place still. Ooh, the truth too loud, they tryna turn us down. Moving the light when we came from underground. They scared of the past, cause the future profound. What's lost been found, now the council's all around. When the council speak, listen when the echoes meet. Every verse, every beat, it's a key, it's the seed. What's found, get free. What's blind, don't see. What's hushed, don't scream. What's locked, got the key. They build pyramids, it's a copy of God. Tell the blueprint that he had to report. Slogging they eye, but the swords been sworn. Ain't no tag, take the touch, that's the master we are. Hold it up. And we know I don't rap, I just stand on the weeds, have my own. Yo, turn vibrations to waves that be shifted degrees on long, yo, yeah. And when you walk out, I'm in your whip. And when you walk out, I'm in your turn it down, moving the light, so we came from underground. They're scared of the past, but the future first found. What's lost been found, now the council's around. Who the council speak, this is what they tell me. Every verse, every beat, it's a key, it's a seed. What's found, get free. What's blind, don't see. What's hushed, don't scream. What's locked, got the key.
Peace, guys. Hit that like. I say.